Hello, Transformers. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's Toya, and I am bringing an at-home booty burn workout. All you need is a booty band and something to elevate your feet, maybe a couch or a chair, and you're good to go. You really don't even have to use a band, but I would recommend using some kind of booty band with this. Your first exercise, glute bridges, you want to make sure that you are squeezing your glutes as hard as you can at the top of your bridge and holding that bridge for at least a second or two, just so that you can make sure you are firing up your glutes as much as possible. Your break is coming now. And get in position. This next exercise, the same exact thing with your glute bridge. You want to squeeze at the top, but you are doing 20 reps, so you are pushing these out as fast as you can. If you need to pause the video, you can to catch up. Single leg glute bridge. Single leg exercises are really good for those of you who have lazy glutes like I do, because it helps to target and keep the tension on one glute at a time. Always start with your weak leg and just make sure you're squeezing your glute at the top, just like you were doing with your other exercises. I do want to mention that in some of these you might see me kind of stop short of the timer. It's because when I did the workout, I was counting to reps and I wasn't going for a timer, but for the sake of this video being a follow along, I put it towards the timer. So if I'm going to put at the bottom of this video the actual number of reps that I did for each set. And go. Frog bridges, you want to make sure that the bottom of your feet are pushed together and you are pushing exactly like you were with your glute bridges, and making sure that you squeeze your glutes at the top and make sure that you hold that for a second or two. You need to readjust yourself. You can readjust yourself. As you can tell, like, it's kind of scooting me back, so I keep having to kind of push myself back into position. Your break is coming up now. At this moment, you can pause and go ahead and get something to elevate your feet and put your band back on. So we're basically doing the same exact exercise as in the beginning, except your feet are elevated, and you want to make sure you're pushing off through your heel. It was kind of hard for me to get my whole heel on that stepping thing. I think I put way too many on there, but I'm pushing through the middle of my foot since I can't get to my heel. Do not push through your toes. Break is coming up. Once again, repeat exercise except elevated. Squeeze your glutes as hard as you can at top. Try to push your glutes higher than I did. Mine started to drop. I really should have been more elevated than that, but the pace is hard. Single leg glute bridge except elevated. Do exactly like you did during the first exercise, and make sure that you are pushing through your heel. I didn't realize I did that when I was editing this video, and once I saw it in the playback, I was not about to take it out and change it. So yes, I adjusted myself in the middle of the exercise. I'm sorry. Break now. Now, I do want to say that these exercises you're doing, when I did my next set, I added ankle weights. So if you have ankle weights, you can definitely add ankle weights and make this a little more challenging. You're doing your fire hydrant. You want to make sure that you're pulsing at the top. That is going to just give you some extra burn in your booty. And trust me, you will feel these. Break coming up now. Now remember, for all of these exercises, make sure you are squeezing your glutes at the top of anything that you're doing, and make sure you are concentrating on your mind to muscle connection. You want to make sure you are paying attention that you feel the muscle that you want to work working. Break coming up now. With your kickbacks, you're keeping your legs straight, and of course there is a pulse in this as well. I wanted to make sure that you got as much booty burn as possible. Do not point your toes. You can see that my foot is flexed and flat the entire way through, and my elbows have a slight bend in them. I find that it just helps to keep the tension off of my back and onto my glutes. Your break is coming up now. Your break is coming up now. Now, I don't know if rainbows is the correct terminology for this exercise, but that's what I call them because it looks like you're making a rainbow with your foot. You want to keep your foot flexed and flat just like you did with your kickbacks, and you're making sure you are squeezing when you hit the top of that rainbow and making sure you are keeping your legs stretched to both sides when you hit your side peak so that you're getting the full hit of your side glutes. Keeping my arms bent just like with the kickbacks and basically doing the same thing. Y'all, I'm terrible at this. I'm gonna get better at it. I promise I am. And break. Everybody has probably seen a donkey kick in somebody's booty burner workout, but I want you to add a pulse to this. When you're pushing up, you want to try to make sure you are pushing up with a flat foot and trying to push through your heel. My form with these is not perfect, and if I wasn't in front of a mirror, I don't think I would have been able to keep them as good as I did, but just try your best. Break is coming up now. Please remember, when anything where you're hitting a point with your glutes, make sure you are squeezing and contracting your glutes at that point. I am trying to make sure that my glutes are squeezed as hard as I can get them during this point, and keeping my form together as best as possible. and bend your arms if you need that part. So for these exercises, you can pause and take your time, but I'm just pushing out 10 reps of each one of these leg raises. These things hurt, but they hurt so good. Now you're gonna move your foot just a little bit more in front of you. For each leg raise, we're gonna keep moving our feet forward. And go ahead and power through 10 of those as well. Pause the video if you need to. Now you're gonna move your feet even more in front of you. You kind of want it to be at an actual 90-degree angle, but mine struggled a little bit. I pushed as much as I could, but those things hurt, man. Them things hurt, especially with them ankle weights. Go ahead and turn to your other side, and we're gonna do this same exact 3 leg raises, 10 each. Push your feet up a little bit more and get ready for the next one. Now, I may look really calm while I'm doing this, like I'm chilling, but I am not. I'm literally praying that I can push through and that my whole side booty don't fall off, because they hurt. And go ahead and put your feet as close to a 90-degree angle as possible. All right, I want you to go ahead and get ready for your burner workout. Get your band, and you are going to be doing a seated hip abduction. You're going to do 40 reps of these. I want you to take your time with these. When you open your legs, get a full stretch and hold for a second or two so that you can really feel that burn in your glutes. Thank you so much if you stuck to the end. Thank you if you did the workout. Please let me know in the comments if the workout was good, like if you could follow along. Like I said, I am new to these voiceover workouts, so any kind of constructive criticism is very much needed.